On a muggy night here in Houston, Texas, it's a perfect 72 degrees inside NRG Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw is Rodgers. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Texans hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds his man Johnson. Touchdown, Packers! Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Out left to Dotson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Oladokin, 3rd and long. Out to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oladokin fakes a give. Now he'll throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Oladokin. That is caught inside the 5. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to move back in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Setting up the script. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He finds Watson complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Bass is good. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1. And I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation?
That's true.
Right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oladokin on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Robinson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
4th down. Here's Oladokin. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's Oladokin on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And now here's a carry heading left. 68 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Threes all around. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Robinson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here. Here's a quick throw right side. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been, They didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Robinson will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They throw it out right complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing it this time with Oladokin. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 4th down, it's Oladokin. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
25 yards that time. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are in the field?
Back to throw, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
They'll try and run it here. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Jokin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1.